In 1901, a light bulb was lit in a small California fire station. It is still burning 125 years later, defying all rules of technology. This bulb survived grid failures, world wars, and the collapse of empires. Why does every bulb you buy today die in just months? It is not poor engineering, but a masterpiece of calculated, deliberate corporate greed. Corporations learned a perfect product is suicide for any business model. If products never break, revenue stops, and your business dies silent. So they invented a brutal strategy to keep you paying: planned obsolescence. Welcome to the Phoebus Cartel, the industrial conspiracy that changed history. Our story begins in Geneva, 1924, inside a smoke-filled hotel room. GE, Osram, and Philips met to decide the future of the world. They controlled markets, but faced a crisis. Production crushed market demand. Their bulbs lasted 2,500 hours, a nightmare for quarterly profit margins. Customers did not need replacements, signaling the death of corporate growth. Profits plummeted, so they chose between bankruptcy or an industrial conspiracy. They signed the Phoebus Agreement, a death squad for product quality. Their first move was carving the planet into zones of influence. GE, Osram, and Philips took zones, ensuring no one could compete. But dividing the map wasn't enough. They had to sabotage the product. The cartel decreed, every bulb on Earth must fail at 1,000 hours. Engineers were forced to sabotage work, creating intentional, fatal weak points. They built a secret Geneva lab, a prison to police factories. Random samples were shipped for daily testing to ensure total control. If a factory made a bulb lasting too long, they were fined. Innovation was executed, product failure optimized, and coffers filled with money. By 1930, global bulb life was crushed, ensuring a permanent stream. It was a gold mine as sales tripled, draining every consumer's pocket. The Phoebus blueprint became the standard for every industry ever since. The world became disposable, and you pay the price ever since. By 1939, a dark cloud gathered, and a new global catastrophe approached. World War II shattered the cartel's secret network and disrupted supply chains. Corporate partners instantly became bitter wartime enemies on opposite sides of barricades. In 1942, Washington finally sued General Electric for its massive illegal monopoly. Secret Geneva documents were leaked to the public, exposing the entire conspiracy. The court fined them, but it was far too late for justice. The cartel died on paper, but their economic blueprint had already survived. The virus of planned obsolescence infected other major markets across the globe. General Motors entered the scene to crush all competition with new tactics. Henry Ford built cars that lasted too long, and that was fatal. Alfred Sloan introduced yearly model changes, forcing constant updates upon the market. They made consumers feel ashamed of their old models, fueling new demand. Cars were now redesigned to become totally obsolete within only 3 years. DuPont engineers created indestructible nylon stockings, but that was a huge mistake. Executives ordered chemists to weaken the formula until the fabric became fragile. Suddenly, stockings ran, forcing women to buy new pairs every single week. Economists argued that constant waste is the only thing driving modern growth. Buying disposable goods became a patriotic duty after the post-crisis economic crash. The strategy was taught in major business schools as official economic science. Soon, every household appliance had a secret, hidden countdown timer built inside. Companies placed fragile components inside expensive machines to ensure they would break. Repairing became more expensive than just buying a brand new modern product today. Millions of tons of broken tech flooded toxic landfills in the Third World. In the 50s, electronics brands met in Berlin to tighten their grip. Television screens were calibrated to dim rapidly, killing the display's image quality. Independent inventors who created durable tech were systematically bought out or ruined. The average consumer became a complete slave to this endless cycle of waste. The lightbulb cartel effectively rewrote the matrix of the entire global economy. But the ultimate trap was waiting for you in the digital age. Microchips gave corporations total, absolute control over the lifespan of your devices. The Phoebus cartel never died. It just relocated to Silicon Valley. The modern weapon of choice is the non-removable battery. Products used to be repaired. Now, they are permanently glued shut. If the hardware lasts, software updates will intentionally slow it down. In 2020, Apple was fined $27 million in France for doing exactly that. But the cartel learned, a product must expire in your mind first. Complex internal engineering is intentional, to block independent repair. Tech giants hid manuals and introduced parts pairing to kill competition. The result? Billions of tons of toxic e-waste every single year. But a century later, resistance emerged, the right to repair. It got so bad that farmers now hack tractors with pirate software. Governments are finally forcing tech giants to use modular designs. Why do corporations fight it? Durable products kill Wall Street stocks. Engineers of the past built to last. Today, they are paid to break. We are trapped in a loop. Buy, use, discard, repeat. Tech brands preach sustainability while gluing batteries inside. Greenwashing. But alternatives exist. Modular tech, built to be upgraded manually. Still, the shadows from Geneva 1924 are running the show. The cartel's profit formula remains untouched and perfectly executed. We chase upgrades inside a maze designed to have no exit. Understanding the trick is the only way to break the illusion. Control has evolved. You no longer truly own your devices. We are shifting toward a subscription model for things we already bought. We were taught to forget how to fix. We were trained to replace. A hidden tax for the future landfill is built into every purchase. The satisfaction of unboxing just masks the disposable waste inside. Refusing to buy the latest model is the ultimate modern rebellion. Cities glow with millions of lights, each engineered with a timer. If we can't preserve what's here, we won't build anything lasting out there. Real progress isn't constant replacement, it's preservation. Modern tech giants are just the modern students of Phoebus. The economic conspiracy born a century ago never ended. Planned obsolescence is not a system flaw, it is the foundation. History was erased, so you would forget how things used to be. Yet that century-old bulb in Livermore is still burning. In a world engineered to decay, the hardest thing to keep intact is yourself. Your own countdown timer was set, exactly 100 years ago.